Hi there. It's March 6th and time for Proverbs 6. Let's jump over there. Kind of in the prep phases, but there is a lot of stuff in here that he's telling us. It starts with, and they've got these titles over here: laziness, financial entanglements, the malicious man, what the Lord hates. Yeah. This is the first of many times he will warn us about this. He's very much against this particular practice. So, listen, if you have put up security for your neighbor or entered into an agreement with a stranger, you have been trapped by the words of your lips, ensnared by the words of your mouth. Do this then, my son, and free yourself, for you have put yourself in your neighbor's power. This is co-signing for somebody else's loan. Okay, that's what they call it now. Back then they call it surety. Okay? Go humble yourself and plead with your neighbor. Don't give sleep to your eyes or slumber to your eyelids. Escape like a gazelle from a hunter, like a bird from a fowler's trap. Okay? When you co-sign for somebody else's loan, you are ultimately responsible for something you have nothing to do with. Okay? Because they don't have to pay. And then who they borrowed the money from will come after you, okay? So you have entered into an agreement with a stranger. And he probably repeats this 10 times throughout Proverbs. So he's really against that. Okay, laziness. Go to the ant, you slacker. Observe its ways and become wise. Without a leader, administrator, or ruler, it prepares its provisions in summer and gathers its food during harvest. Right? Ants never stop working and they have no leader. Right? The queen is not a leader. The queen is just the one who lays the eggs and makes more ants and they take care of her. Right? How many times have you gotten up to find the ants have been working all night in your kitchen? Verse 9, how long will you stay in bed, you slacker? How long will you get up from your sleep? And he says this next saying, probably 5 or 6 times as well. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the arms to rest, and your poverty will come like a robber, your need like a bandit. Right? Laziness. The malicious man. Verse 12. A worthless person, a wicked man, goes around speaking dishonestly, winking his eyes and signaling with his feet and gesturing with his fingers. He always plots evil with perversity in his heart. He stirs up trouble. Therefore, calamity will strike him suddenly. He will be shattered instantly beyond recovery. Okay? Today, they call these people scammers. Okay? They have their own name. And there are millions and millions of them out there. He's trying to scam you, tricking you, saying dishonest things. All right. Back then, they would signal. There was usually more than one of them working together to take advantage of somebody, and they would, to the other person, they would wink their eyes and move their feet a certain way to signal that they were ready to move in and take advantage of somebody. Okay. Back in the 50s and 60s and 70s, they did this with cars, and there was a lot of people associated with this kind of behavior, like a used car salesman, right? And they have a stigma about them. But always been there. It was there then. It was here now. Just a different name. And now they do it on the internet, through email, texting, right? Anything to get you to take advantage and click on something and give them your personal, private information so they can rob you. Okay? Best thing to do for that is don't answer any text messages. Don't answer any emails, okay? I was as a computer technician for many years. I'm up on a lot of these scams, and the best thing to do, if you get an email from one of your accounts, Amazon or something, saying, oh, we have a problem with this delivery, right? If you click on the email, they're going to take you to a fake site where you will enter your name and password, and then they have it. Okay, and they can do whatever they want. Okay, when you get any kind of any email from anybody, delete the email. Okay, don't click on anything in it. Go directly to the site. Okay, if it's from Amazon or the gas company or, go directly to Amazon. and say, what's going on with my account? Don't listen to the emails. Another thing, the IRS or the government will never send you an email, okay? They do not use email for bill collecting. So if you get anything in your email from the IRS, just delete it. Go directly to the site, okay? irs.gov. They don't use that. Social Security doesn't use that. The government doesn't use that. They will send you hard copies in the mail still. So, words of advice about scamming. Okay. 7 things the Lord hates. The Lord hates 6 things. In fact, 7 are detestable to him. And I have these all separated, right? Arrogant eyes. Okay, that's looking down on people, no matter who it is. The Lord hates that. A lying tongue, of course. Nobody likes a liar. Hands that shed innocent blood. Mm-hmm. You think of these protesters, okay, and these people going out burning cars and beating people up for absolutely no reason. Okay? The Lord hates that. A heart that plots wicked schemes. Okay? That's simple. Feet eager to run to evil. Okay? You got to be in on it. You see somebody looting a store and you run in there and grab what you can. That's feet eager to run to evil. Okay? A lying witness who gives false testimony. Okay? A lying tongue. Okay? This is in the courts. Right? They pay people to do this, They pay people to make up stories and lie. It happens. In world famous trials, it happens. And Okay? And a very important one near and dear to my heart. One who stirs up trouble among brothers. Okay? Raiseth contention among brethren, or neighbors, or church family. This is gossip, okay? Gossip. The Lord hates gossip. Okay? People spreading rumors. Did you hear what so-and-so did? No, don't get into that. The Lord hates that. Okay? We'll touch more. He talks about gossip a lot, too. Okay? Okay, warnings against adultery. He's already talked about this 3 times now, and we're only on chapter 6. Okay? As usual, he starts with my son, keep your father's command and don't reject your mother's teaching. Always bind them to your heart, tie them around your neck. When you walk here and there, they will guide you. When you lie down, they will watch over you. When you wake up, they will talk to you. For a command is a lamp, teaching is a light, and corrective discipline is the way of life. Right? Teaching you the right way to do things is a way of life. Okay? Command is a lamp. Teaching is a light. Right? They will protect you from an evil woman, from the flattering tongue of a stranger. Don't lust in your heart for her beauty, and let her captivate you with her eyelashes. Surface stuff. Right? Now this happens even if you don't. Right? Jesus said all you have to do is think it in your head and you've sinned. You're watching people on TV. You're watching rock stars and people that are wearing almost nothing, okay, captivating you with their beauty, and you're lusting after her, right? And they're singing and undulating and, right? Same thing. Okay. And we talked about this yesterday. For a prostitute's fee is only a loaf of bread, but an adulteress goes after a precious life. Okay. I talked about yesterday. He's talking about adultery, okay? Going after somebody else's wife, okay? Or a wife going after somebody that's not her husband, or a husband going after a woman that's not his wife, okay? They go after your life. They take you for what you have and then leave you in the gutter. Right? A prostitute, it's not adultery, it's fornication. Still a sin. But the prostitute does it to feed herself. She's not married, right? And back in these days, you needed a husband, okay? Because women were basically second-class citizens, okay? And they had to do this to feed themselves with food, okay? That's why I say a prostitute's fee is only a loaf of bread. That's all you're going to pay is a loaf of bread or a meal or something, right? You go with an adulteress, the price is your life, okay? Big difference, okay? Can a man embrace fire and his clothes not be burned? Can he walk on hot coals without scorching his feet? So it is with the one who sleeps with another man's wife. No one touches her. No one who touches her will go unpunished. People don't despise the thief if he steals to satisfy himself when he is hungry. Still, if caught, he must pay 7 times as much. He must give up all the wealth in his house. Imagine if that was the law today. If you stole something, you had to pay back 7 times as much. That would curtail a lot of stealing, wouldn't it? Okay, 32. The one who commits adultery lacks sense. Whoever does so destroys himself. He will get a beating and dishonor. Right? A plague. And his disgrace will never be removed. Right? For jealousy enrages a husband, and he will show no mercy when he takes revenge. He will not be appeased by anything or persuaded by lavish gifts. And jealousy. When the husband finds out, right, you will get a beating and dishonor. Right? People will remember you forever if you sleep with another man's wife or another, right? Or the other way around. People don't forget that. You can appease them, okay? Jealousy is an anger that comes as a result of betrayal, okay? And betrayal hurts, okay? And it makes you angry. How could you betray me? You could offer him $1 million, a new house, lavish gifts, a new car, but it will not take away the jealousy and the betrayal. It will always be there, right? That's why it says, he will not be appeased by anything. Right? So there you go. A lot of heavy stuff in Proverbs 6. Go over the highlights. Okay. Co-signing. Okay. Just, it's not a good thing. Okay. It does say later on in Proverbs, if you have to co-sign, sometimes for your kids, okay, they're teenagers, like, Dad, I got a job, I need a car, I'm working hard, and I don't have any credit, can you co-sign for me? And parents will go, okay, now they're going to come after you for the money. So it does say later in Proverbs, get a collateral, right? Get a surety from the person. Okay, it says here, take his cloak. That was the most valuable thing they had back then, right? Nowadays, you could tell, son, okay, I'll co-sign for you. I know you need a car to get back and forth to work. I'm going to take your dirt bike and your Xbox, okay, and I'll keep them safe. I'll give them back to you when you pay the loan off. If you don't pay the loan off and I have to pay it, I'm going to sell those things to get my money back. Okay, that's collateral. Okay? You are the collateral for your son's loan. No, better not to do that. But there is, sometimes it says, if you have to, this is what you do. Okay. Yeah. Didn't even highlight that, and we still talked about it. Okay. Laziness. Look at the ants. How long will you stay in bed? And one of his favorite sayings, a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the arms to rest. And your poverty will come like a robber, your need like a bandit. Right? I'm just going to take a little nap, and I'll do it later. Dishonesty, scammers. Okay, this is highlighted. All right. Now they're sending you emails and telling you their rich uncle has left them millions of dollars and they have to get rid of the money. Or there's a problem with your Amazon account. Or, all right, you owe the IRS $100,000, but if you give me, $200 in iTunes gift cards, we'll write it off. Right. A worthless man or wicked man goes around speaking dishonestly, right? Winking his eyes, signaling with his feet, and gesturing with his fingers, right? Or today is sending emails and lying to you. He always plots evil with diversity in his heart. He stirs up trouble. Therefore, calamity will strike him suddenly, and he will be shattered instantly beyond recovery. Right? Once these people are found out, okay, everybody knows whose they are. They are ruined, and they can never be trusted again. Okay, it happens. Not nearly enough, but it does happen. Right? 7 things the Lord hates. It's the first of many lists of things the Lord finds abominable. Right? Arrogant eyes, pride, conceit, haughty, scoffers. Okay? Looking down on people. That's what arrogant eyes are. A lying tongue. Simple. Mark Twain said, if you never tell a lie, you'll never have to remember anything. Right? If you tell a lie, you have to remember everything you said, because you have to keep covering up lies with more lies. And it never ends until you have this giant house of cards, and any one card can bring the whole thing crashing down. Okay? That's kind of happening in government right now. Okay? Yeah. Hands that shed innocent blood. Okay? People that do that, okay, they have absolutely no empathy. A heart that plots wicked schemes. Feet eager to run to evil. There's lots of that around. A lying witness who gives false testimony. There should be a lot more severe consequences for that than there is. Right? And a gossip, one who stirs up trouble among brothers. That is a gossip. Okay? This goes on in church. It goes on everywhere. Okay? The Lord finds it detestable. Right? Don't gossip. Right? If somebody comes up to you, oh, Bob needs prayer because he's having trouble in this area. Did Bob tell you that in confidence and ask you not to tell anybody, and now you're telling people? You're a gossip. You're going to lose Bob as a friend, and he will never trust you again. Right? Along with everybody you told. Happens. Okay, warnings against adultery. What did this? For command is a lamp, teaching is a light, and corrective discipline is the way of life. Right? You discipline, you learn how to do something the right way. And once you know and understand, he says that a lot, understanding, right? This stuff will protect you from an evil woman, from the flattering tongue of a stranger, right? Don't lust in your heart for her beauty, or let her captivate you with her eyelashes. Okay? And it doesn't have to be somebody in person. It doesn't have to be somebody in a bar that comes up to you and starts talking to you. Okay? Don't go to bars, and you won't have that problem. But if you're watching people on television and concerts, and they're wearing next to nothing, and they're gyrating and moving stuff and trying to get you turned on and captivate you with her eyelashes, and they're singing and stuff, you're lusting in your heart after them. That's a sin, right? Jesus said, if you do it in your heart or in your mind, it is just as bad as if you have done it in person. You have to change your whole thinking, right? We talked about this. A prostitute's fee is only a loaf for bed, but an adulteress goes after a precious life. Okay, we covered that at length. Okay, prostitute and an adulteress are 2 different things. Prostitutes are not married. Okay, and it's wrong, but your only price you pay is when you pay them for their services. Okay, then it's over. Okay, with an adulteress, it's not over. You will pay for their services, believe me, but your life will never be the same. Okay, you took another man's wife, or you took another woman's husband. Back both ways. Okay, changes your life. 2 different things. Okay, 32 through 35 is the one who commits adultery lacks sense. Wherever he does so, destroys himself. He will get a beating and dishonor, and his disgrace will never be removed. For jealousy enrages a husband, and he will show no mercy when he takes revenge. He will not be appeased by anything or be persuaded by lavish gifts. Jealousy cannot be appeased with money, because once the betrayal is there, you have been betrayed. Okay? And that kind of thing breaks up a lot of marriages. Okay? There are times when forgiveness, and God can cover and forgive sins. Okay? That's been done. It's good when that happens, but then the person has to work again for the trust. It's just not automatically there. Okay? This kind of stuff is stuff you can't recover from. All right? So, there you go. That's Proverbs 6. I said lots of heavy stuff in there. Okay? And we're getting into some of the actual Proverbs. Okay? 7 things the Lord hates. That is actual Proverbs. Take those things to heart. Okay? Humbleness, right? And saying only kind things and never lying will cover all this stuff. Yeah. And following the Lord first. So, there you go. That's Proverbs 6. Like I say, lots of good stuff in there. And we're still in Mark 9, I think, and are through the New Testament in a year. We'll finish Mark 9. That is a very long chapter, like 50 verses. So, and Jesus is very busy. So stay tuned for that. Give us a like if you think about it. But tomorrow we'll continue. I'll see you later.